For 3 years, I dated the same person wearing 5 different faces, different job, different city, different name, and blamed each one individually before I ever looked at the actual repeating variable, which was my own 7th house sitting quietly in my chart the entire time, running the exact same casting call every single time. The 7th house is the house of partnership, marriage, business partners, even open enemies. And it doesn't just show who you'll meet, it shows what you're unconsciously auditioning people for. Most people treat a bad relationship pattern as bad luck or a bad type, cycling through different phases while somehow landing in the same dynamic every time. Nobody thinks to check whether they're the one holding the casting sheet, or who actually wrote it in the first place. Here's what that blind spot actually costs you. The 7th house sits directly opposite your 1st house, the house of self. Whatever you refuse to develop or claim in yourself doesn't vanish. It gets projected outward and shows up wearing someone else's face. Avoid your own anger, and you'll keep partnering with people who carry it for you, then resent them for how loud it gets. Avoid your own ambition, and you'll keep choosing partners who seem to have all of it, until you quietly resent them for having what you never let yourself claim. Either way, the trait doesn't disappear. It just moves into someone else's chart and calls itself their personality instead of your unfinished business. Be honest. What quality keeps showing up in your partners that you've never once tried developing in yourself? Shadow work with the 7th house starts with reading your relationships backward. Instead of asking what's wrong with the person you keep choosing, ask what trait, strength, or shadow they consistently carry that you've never owned. Write down your last 3 partners' most repeated quality, good or bad, and sit with the possibility that it isn't a coincidence. It's a mirror you built the casting call around long before you ever met them. Most people do this exercise once and immediately recognize the pattern because it was never actually hidden, it was just never named out loud. The practice is uncomfortable on purpose. Pick the one trait you keep outsourcing to partners and practice it directly yourself this week in a low-stakes moment. If you keep choosing the decisive one, make one small decision without asking for input first. If you keep choosing the emotionally expressive one, say the true feeling out loud instead of waiting for them to say it for you. You're not replacing your partner. You're reclaiming the part you handed them. So the relationship isn't the only place it's allowed to exist. Think of the woman who kept ending up with partners everyone described as the strong one. The one who made the calls, held the room, never seemed rattled. She called it bad luck, dating people who overshadowed her. It wasn't luck. Every time she reached a moment that called for her own decisiveness, she deferred, then quietly resented the person she'd handed it to for taking up so much space. The pattern broke the week she made a hard call alone, out loud, before anyone else could. Not a big one, just booking a trip she'd been waiting on someone else to approve. Nothing fell apart. Nobody left. She just wasn't casting for that role anymore. That's the actual shift the 7th house is pointing toward. Partners stop being cast to fill the gap once you close it yourself. You don't stop wanting a partner. You stop needing one to carry the half of you that was always yours to claim. The relationships that show up after that aren't mirrors anymore. They're just 2 whole people, choosing each other instead of completing each other. And the casting call finally goes quiet because there's nothing left outsourced to fill. If this just explained a pattern you've been calling bad luck for years, stay close. We're going house by house through the parts of your chart, quietly running your relationships, all through this shadow work series. The full guide to finding your own 7th house sign and ruling planet is linked in the description. Go find out exactly whose face you've been asking other people to wear.